Hey everyone, Sandwichface here, and I am sick. But who cares about that? It's time for a very special episode of the SRB2 Trash Bin. Well everyone, if you watched my last video, you might have noticed a level that I excluded from my oldc review on the basis that the level was a pain in the ass to write and record. That level was Fortune Forge Zone by Ruberjig. Now his prior entry into the collab, Totem Tombolo Zone, was actually pretty damn good and ended up being one of my favorite stages in the entire mod. Fortune Forge, on the other hand, wasn't so lucky. It's a casino level with lava in it, and there is just so much wrong with it that I think I should just stop beating around the bush and just get into it because, oh my god, there is a lot to talk about in here. It is insane. So first off, right off the bat, you know Casinopolis from Sonic Adventure, right? And how in that level you needed to grind a whole bunch of rings to gain access to the exit? Well, Fortune Forge is Casinopolis if you added lava, bottomless pits, and a whole bunch of unnecessary bullshit that distracts you from the real goal of the stage. To finish the stage, you need to collect 150 rings and stand in front of this statue called Lady Fortune. Now, this doesn't sound too bad, right? Oh, no, it's pretty bad. And it's even worse if you're playing the stage for the first time. Which brings me to my first major issue at this stage. Fortune Forge's sense of direction is effectively non-existent. You see, despite the fact that Fortune Forge has a number of strong set pieces such as this dinosaur fossil and Lady Fortune herself, none of them really help you figure out where you are or where to go in the stage. Every single room in this level looks nigh identical to each other, and the samey feel of this stage makes it impossible to determine where anything is, including its own defining set pieces. Navigation only gets worse when you notice the poor lava and bottomless pit placement as well, with some pits so small and hard to notice at a glance that you may just fall into one before you even know it's there. And about the lava, there's another problem with that, which brings me to my next problem with this level. The theming just doesn't work. So there's a bit of an interesting quirk when it comes to ring drop mechanics in Sonic games. There's a hard limit to how many rings you can recollect if you get hit. In SRB2, and possibly a few other Sonic games, I'm not sure, that limit is somewhere around 32 rings. Considering this level is filled to the brim with enemies and hazards that will get you if you're not careful, that means if you just so happen to have, say, 149 rings and get hit without a shield to protect you, well, needless to say, you're gonna be in this stage for the long haul. Better get used to those slot machines at that point. But wait! There's another fun ring-related problem with this stage. In SRB2 specifically, if you fall into lava and drop your rings, you won't be able to recollect any of them because lava eats your rings. It burns them up, and poof, they're gone. So when it comes to losing rings in this stage, you have two choices. Either get hit by an enemy and lose a good portion of your rings, or fall into lava and lose all of your rings. The level design is actively working against the stage goal of collect 150 rings, and I simply think that in SRB2 specifically, the Volcano Casino fusion concept simply doesn't work, because of the simple fact that lava eats your rings. So, now that I've outlined problems with the level design itself, what about the actual stage mechanics? And how easy is it to find these 150 rings? Well, it's not easy. In fact, it's rather frustrating. Which brings me to my third problem with this level. There's just too much excess content that distracts from the main objective. So imagine this. You've just stumbled into this 2D section in Fortune Forge, and upon seeing it all the way to the end, you come across whatever the hell this challenge is. This right here is a 3D section involving swinging chains you have to jump to. But here's the problem, you're still locked into 2D mode here. So all you can really do is move left and right while you get flung forwards in each chain, but good luck making out where to aim because the camera angle really doesn't let you make out where anything actually is. Sure, you don't die if you screw up here, but you have to do it all over again. And just when you finally figure it out and make it all the way to the end of this section, all you get is a key. A key you don't actually need to beat the level. It was fucking bonus. And unfortunately, there's at least a few more of these bonus challenges in this level because there's at least 3 keys. I don't know, and I don't have the patience to collect all of them. There's also this 3000 IQ super quiz over here in the back, but unless you know the bizarre specifics of the inner workings of the SRB2 community, you ain't winning this one. I could only really confidently answer the questions that ask you about SRB2 itself, like which button do you press to delete a save file? There's also this weird card mechanic that, while interesting, isn't worth spending your time on. It seems to open up certain items and paths as long as you have a card with a matching number, but I never really found any items that made me want to collect these cards. And lastly, there's this slope that doesn't work. This isn't really related to the gimmick bloat the stage suffers from, but it's still an issue. Anyways, all these weird unnecessary gimmicks distract you from the real objective of the stage, and you're better off just praying for an attraction or lightning shield from one of these random monitors than bothered with the cards or the quiz or whatever else this level has to offer. And yes, I did say random monitors. You can't even consistently get a useful item in this stage. It's all up to RNGesus himself whether you're allowed to finish this level within half an hour or not. The last issue with the stage I'll talk about is the performance. This level runs like complete fucking garbage. The thing stutters worse than fucking Porky Pig, and I'd say my laptop is more than capable of running a game built in the fucking Doom engine. So, this stage was an ordeal. You've got confusing level design, janky gimmicks, unnecessary gimmicks, poor performance, and a whole boatload of weird issues that just make this stage an absolute chore to do anything with. This level broke me. Fortune Forge is such a cascading mess of bizarre, poorly thought design choices, one really has to wonder what went so wrong. Casinopolis works in Sonic Adventure because it doesn't have so much excess fat. You just go into a pinball table and play it until you have enough rings, then go finish the damn level. It's designed around a central area so every minigame can be easily accessed, reducing the downtime between dropping off rings and playing pinball as much as possible. There aren't cards, there aren't weird quizzes requiring esoteric community knowledge a very small number of people are aware of, and there certainly isn't fucking lava or bottomless pits. And you know what the saddest part of all of this is? This level clearly had a ton of effort put into it. Visually, this level is as beautiful as Ruberjig's previous level, Totem Tombolo. There are some interesting set pieces, and the slot machines from Casino Night Zone are recreated extremely accurately. But none of that is enough to overcome the countless pressing design issues that plague this level from top to bottom. Is it the worst level I've ever played on this channel? No, but it's definitely the most disappointing level I've ever played. Ruberjig is definitely capable of making some really fun and nice looking levels, as Totem Tombolo was one of my favorite levels in round 2 of the 2023 oldc. So why does this level just not stick the landing? Well, here's the thing. Bad ideas happen. They're all around us when it comes to video games, and even professionals are no stranger to them. Sonic especially is notorious for falling victim to bad ideas, and it seems like it happened again here. So is this level reflective of the creator's design skills? Not at all. We've all had bad ideas that we act upon, even if they sound like good ideas in the moment. I specifically am very much guilty of this, so I do know how it feels to have an idea that sounds great on paper, not pan out like I hoped in the end. The point is, even if you know your way around game or level design and can make some damn good stuff, you're not safe from bad ideas. And you just have to be ready to deal with the consequences, such as criticism, if those bad ideas get published. You shouldn't get discouraged by them, and the best thing to do is pick yourself back up, learn from your mistakes, and try again. Anyway, that'll be it for this installment of the SRB2 Trash Bin. I don't know when the next video is going to be, as I think once I get past whatever this sickness is, I'm gonna start studying for another certification exam, so it might be quite a few weeks until you see me again. But, in the meantime, remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and join the Trash Bin Central Discord linked in the description down below. Here's some good advice for the road. If the chocolate milk at Wendy's tastes funny after the first sip, you should probably just throw it away. Peace out, everyone.